What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are the bomb.com. Now, in today's video, we are continuing in our 2022 Savings Challenges Prepper series. That's right, I am coming in hot with an annual budget. If you've ever wanted to run the numbers for an entire year to really carve out what you want your money to go to, then this might be the video for you. I can't believe today is the last day of our video in our series, but I am so grateful to you guys for tuning in, supporting this content that is kind of different from what I usually do, but I really wanted to share the how-to and the basics and the foundation of how it is that we are starting to win with money in our lives. We are shaving down the debt, we are growing our savings, and we are getting better with money. So let's dive in. Right now, we are doing a screen record inside of my annual budget on Google Drive. This is an annual budget that I purchased from Tasha here on YouTube. Mind Your Money is the name of her YouTube channel. Definitely check it out if it's something you might be interested in. This is something that I actually do on my phone on the spending tracker app, but I wanted to share with you guys another option if you just want to run the numbers and see what your money could do for you in the new year. So basically, I am on the Income 2022 tab, and I want to share with you what I have planned for income. So first up is Micah. We estimate that he will bring in about $6,000, roundabout, a little less, a little more every month for the new year. And we're not too pressed. Lately, his checks have been just under that goal mark, but I know that I can make up the difference with my income. So if we plug in all of the months of the year that he gets paid twice a month, that'll be $6,000 each month. But there are two magic months, those special months, 2 times a year where you get paid 3 times. And so for Micah, that will be in July and also in December. And so he will have a total of $9,000 income roundabout in that month. And we are working with actual take-home numbers. I don't like to include the before, the gross pay. I want to work with the actual net income, the actual amount that will hit our bank accounts, because that is our spending money. So that is good for Micah. So then we'll move on to my YouTube. I am carving out my YouTube separately. I have some goals in the new year. I really want to grow my YouTube channel so that it can bring me a 4-digit income every month. Right now, I am kind of carving it out so that I have like a high season and a low season. So I noticed that I have more views, more income from YouTube in the winter months, because we're going into the new year and it just seems like people care more about their budgets and really getting right with their money. So they tend to tune in a little more. So I'll show you in a minute how I have my goals set up. But for now, I already know that I'm going to bring in at least $1,400 for the month of January. Remember, we get paid a month behind when you collect a YouTube check. And I share all of those details on my website, RochelleAdamson.com/budgettuber. If you want to get some deep dive content into how it is to have a YouTube channel. So for the slower months, which for me tend to be round about February to September, I am just going to hope that I can bring in at least $500 per month. And then things tend to ramp back up in October and November and December. So I have a goal of $1,000 per month for that. Then I have my glorious side hustles. These are the things that I am able to do because either I started a YouTube channel or I started a rental property. Those are my two focuses for the year 2022. So in the new year, I plan to bring in about $2,700 in the month of January from a series of different hustles like my bookkeeping, my website, my Etsy, and anything except for the YouTube. I wanted to carve YouTube out separately because I do have some YouTube goals like I mentioned. If you want to know what those goals are, check out my financial goal setting video in this 2022 Savings Challenge Prepper series. And so that will mean that I still have the same seasons. I have a high season and a low season. Now, these are just numbers. I could be totally off on these numbers. It could be more, it could be less. I just wanted to just throw some numbers out there and see what happens. So in the month of January, $2,700, I'm hoping to bring in from all my side hustles. Then February, In March, 2,400, and then April through September, 2,300, and then October to December, the high busy season, I am hoping to bring in at least another $3,700 per month. We will see what happens. I do have an overall goal for us to bring in about $10,000 a month, and I hope that we can achieve that. Micah is working a lot less hours, which has actually been a goal of mine. He worked night and day for 2 years, the first 2 years after we moved to Hawaii. And I really want him to just take some time to chill, kick back, enjoy his time off, work hard, but then come home and chill. And I want to be able to pick up the pieces and kind of, since I am blessed to be a homeschooling mom, to be able to stay at home and just really take advantage of my time that I have here. So you can see our numbers. They're going to be around about $8,900 because remember, we're lowballing it. And then hopefully some months we will hit my goal of $10,000 per month. So overall, our average should be about $10,000 per month, which is what I'm focused on. That does have some built-in travel, time off, and like I said, the high season, low season. So if I zoom out, you will be able to see what I mean about these seasons. So first off, let's talk about, let's see. How am I going to do this? I'm going to go this way. I'll stay right here. So you can see in the upper right corner here, Micah, we hope to have him bring in about $86,400 for the year. Normally he brings in about $100,000 or more, actually more like 149, 150. But I'll have all those numbers at the end of, maybe at the end of January, once everything calms down, settles down. But like I said, I really want him to be able to work less and just give us quality, not quantity, Then my YouTube channel, I hope to hit a goal of 8,400 at the very least. I would love to make $10,000 in the new year from YouTube, but we'll see. You gotta see what YouTube feels like paying. Okay. Then my hustles, my babies, I would love to grow them to at least $32,400. That would bring our total income to around about $118,800. So we'll see what happens. But you can see below, I have my high season and low season goals. So between October to March, I hope to bring in about $1,000 from my bookkeeping job, about $1,000 from my website. I'm really underballing this. I hope to bring in more because like in the month of December, I brought in like 5,000. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to exceed these goals. Rent, I'm hoping to bring in about $1,200 per month. Sezzle, $500. YouTube, $1,300. That brings my total to about $5,000 per month. If I could bring in $5,000 per month, y'all, come through. That would, if we deduct the YouTube, that would still give me another income of $3,700. So I would take it. Now, low season, things are a little calmer. I still hope to bring in that same $1,000 per month from my bookkeeping job, then about $500 from my website, about $1,200 from my rental property, about $100 from Sezzle, and about $500 from YouTube. So that would give me a total of $2,800. And if we deduct the YouTube, that would give me a total of $2,300. So I am excited to see what these numbers do. But so now that we have a general idea of what we are looking like for income, let's talk about the expenses. So expenses. Y'all, this was so difficult because you really have to deep dive into all of your numbers and put it all down on paper, so to speak. So what we have here are our monthly expenses in all their glory. So starting off with donate, we actually don't share what or how much we donate and to who we donate, but I just make up a number. I choose one of the things we donate to, and so it's $200. I just pour that into my other expenses. And so $200 per month for donate, rent, and utilities. We do receive one bill for all of those things. Comes to about $3,000 per month here in lovely Hawaii. And then about $500 a month will be dedicated to food. I really, y'all, if we can stick to this goal of $500, I wouldn't be mad if it comes to $600 per month, but just not $1,000 per month. It's just so crazy. Our numbers are always so all over the place with food. So I'm hoping to really track our food and our meal planning and even if we eat out, like I really just want to track how much it's all coming to in the new year. Then next up, Tesla is getting its usual 888. That is our, debt that we will have for the next 4 or 5 years. We will get that paid off because we do have a very low interest. And so I'll be sharing a lot more of those numbers in the new year. Phone bill, $176.13. It usually is sticks to that amount. Netflix lost their mind. They are $19.07. They're just smelling themselves at this point. What are we going to do? Stop paying? We're still going to pay. Homeschool for Eva is $19.95 per month per usual. Then we have a new line item. Since we don't have the mortgage anymore, we still have to set some money aside for escrow. So I went ahead and added up all the numbers. Let me just come on out, zoom on out. Okay. Now let me show you what that will entail. So right here, you can see rental property. The goal is to save $400 per month. $1,800 per year will go to the property manager. That does have her built-in increase. Landlord insurance will get about $650 per year. Property taxes will be split in half, totaling $22.10. I already paid for January's earlier this year, so I don't have to pay again till July, which is nice. So it gives us plenty of time to save. Ground rent, $100 per year, split in 2 payments, and pest control is monthly. Let me put that, I forgot to put that, monthly. And that sits at about $45. So total for the year, total expenses for the year for the rental property will come to about $4,800. That doesn't include any work that we will have to get done. We'll kind of roll with the punches as we go, see what has to happen. We are up for inspection, so life of a property manager, but we'll get through it. So that is why you see $400 per month. So just zooming back in so you guys can see and don't have to strain your beautiful eyes. Escrow here, let me just go down the line. We'll be getting about $400 per month. Dollar Shave gets its usual $10.45. Spanish for Eva will get about $45 per month. Our Apple bills for our family of 6 people will come to about $57.27. Then we have YouTube Premium. I forgot to mention, guys, these are our household expenses, like personal bills. These are our business expenses for multiple businesses, including Eva's business, my business. And the other thing I have not put on here, but I probably won't track because we are able to cover it with the income that we receive from our side businesses, are like our website domain costs and stuff like that. I'm not even it's just too much. Maybe next year, that could be my goal. But YouTube Premium is usually paid for by my business because I'm a YouTuber and stuff. $24.37. Pest control is covered by the rental property income, and that comes to $44.50. We pay for renter's insurance here in Hawaii. It is $100 per year. Wi-Fi is another YouTube expense, $109.99. Tesla will start to charge us. Ooh, I just realized this is an error. See, this is why we won't start getting charged for our Tesla streaming service until the month of May. But that's okay. I'll figure out the numbers. Now the numbers aren't going to look perfect again. But life insurance for me, I pay $189.30 per year. Amazon Prime, I feel like it's $120 per year. Whatever it is, we're going to pay it. And it's due in February. I already have the money saved in my cash envelopes, but I still put it on here. And then I'll swap out that money and use it for something else. Or maybe I'll get ahead on my Amazon Prime for 2 years. Who knows? Car insurance will be $920 for a 6-month period. So about $1,840 total per year. And that is for, just one car, Tesla. That's actually really low. I used to pay twice that. Insurance is crazy here in Hawaii. Then we have our lovely debt snowball, which will start in the second half of 2022. We're going to spend the first half really focusing on building our savings back up. But once we feel comfortable, then the second half of 2022, coming for that credit card. Okay, so it's going to get a good amount. $2,000, $1,500, $1,500, $2,000, and then $5,000. Now I could move some of these numbers around. Like I might end up sending more to one of these other credit cards instead, but we will see. Because remember, we paid off the mortgage now, so our income is a lot more freed up, so as evidenced by these very large numbers. Okay, then Discover will get its usual $204 every month. Amazon Chase will get $44. Our regular Chase will get $231. My husband's Apple Card and my Apple Card will each get $100. And then this is why I made Venture the focus, because for some reason our payment increased. So I need to touch base with Capital One and see what's up with that. But I already know that this is not going to be my story. I'm not paying $588 every month for a credit card. So that is why you see the large numbers. Like, I will be knocking that credit card out. It might become first, even though it's the larger credit card debt, I still might be starting with it just because of how high the monthly payment is. Then I have our other credit cards listed below those. These are all paid off, thank goodness, but we still keep an eye on them just to make sure. And then we have our emergency fund, which will get a huge boost, hopefully in the month of January, because we did spend it to pay off the mortgage. Video coming real soon, maybe today. I'm just saying, maybe later today. Then next up is the rental property emergency fund. We are going to passively grow that also, just in case. You always want to be ready. Then sinking funds. Sinking funds is where the bulk of our money will go in the first half of the new year. Every time we have an additional amount of income outside of the emergency fund, it will go to sinking funds so that we can get cushion our bank accounts, because it's just been, it's been tough. 2021 was a lot of spend. So I am excited to grow our savings muscle, flex that thing a little bit. I really want to, pad our bank accounts so that we can be ready for it, anything that might come up, and be able to cash flow it. Then our cash envelopes that I stuff with you lovely people every week will get the usual $200 per month. That usually is a little more or a little less based on how well my business performs monthly. Then I want to passively grow our buffer in our bank account to at least $1,000. So by the end of the year, it should have that a little more, a little less. Then travel. We do have a trip scheduled for late in the new year. And so I want to go ahead and start beefing up that travel sinking fund. Now, that is our electronic travel sinking fund. That is not the travel cash envelopes that you see me stuffing on camera. But I might to share it with you guys, I might start sharing that with you, because I really do want to beef up those categories so that we can continue to cash flow our vacations. And those are my expenses. So let me just zoom out. This is such an awesome spreadsheet by Tasha. She really did her thing. And what I wanted to do is, I know I have a lot of cash envelopes and a lot of sinking funds. I want to start just narrowing that down. And really, what I did is I picked my top 4 categories for sinking funds. They're going to be travel, taxes, Tesla, and my business income. I want to start paying myself. That is literally going to be my bank account that I can say, look at all your hard work, Rochelle. No bills will be attached to it. This is just your hard-earned money. We get used to working a 9-to-5, and we get used to having that income come in every 2 weeks. But when you switch to being an entrepreneur, you always end up paying yourself last, and we're not doing that anymore. We did that in 2021. We put all of the extra income we had toward debt and or toward savings, and I want to include myself in the win. So then cash envelopes, I am going to be focused on my wallet cash, my savings challenges, y'all, and again, my business. What I really want to do is grow my business so that it is not cash poor. It's nothing wrong with, using credit, but I like to have a cash savings account for my business. That way, if there's any large purchases in the new year that I want to make for my business, boom, it can come straight from there. So then I have like my yearly bills listed, like we already talked about. I have my trip scheduled over here. I have some sinking funds that I want to focus on, my savings. I have our car insurance plan and our rental property plan. And then, I love a good income and expenses breakdown. You see me do this in all of my videos. This is what sold me on buying this from Tasha. So I can see where exactly our money is going. So unfortunately, most of it, 29.7%, is still going toward rent and utilities. It's just how it is living here in Hawaii. But I am hoping to continue to grow my incomes and my hustles so that that number decreases more and more. Then another heavy hitter is definitely, what is this color? 19.8%. Usually, oh, I have to click on it. Okay, that is our emergency fund. So I am A-okay with that. I love the fact that I don't have to spend that, hopefully. Hopefully, y'all. We'll see. Emergency fund, and then our credit card is getting a good amount, Venture. Sinking funds is also getting a good amount. Tesla is getting a good amount. Listen, if you're going to spend your money on something, I am the happiest person paying my Tesla car payment every month. I love our car. It is like I've loved our previous cars, but I love this car because it is the gift that keeps on giving. Not having to pay for gas and watching these gas prices skyrocket. Whew. And being able to just include it in our, bill every month, our electric utility bill every month, because Hawaii is basically electric. Everything is electric here. Like, you don't have gas stoves. So you're going to have an electric bill and it's going to be high because they can charge you because they know it's all you got. Your choices are limited. So it's like, at least I'm using it and I'm finding joy and peace in my journey, So, if you're willing to, have debt, make sure it's debt that you can live with. If you are unhappy with your debt, let's work on your scenario. Hit my website, RochelleAdamson.com. Let's get you somewhere where you can be happier and be proud of your finances. Okay. Food is getting 5% of our income every month, $500. Escrow is going to get most of our money to pay for the house, 4%. And then you can see a lot of the smaller ones. So I am happy with this spread. And I kept reworking the numbers until I saw a graph that I was happy with. I really, of course, this is not right. We actually give a lot more. But like I said, it's hidden somewhere. It's hidden. You have to guess where it's going to go. But this is how we're looking for expenses for the new year. A lot of line items. This is what I mean by writing it all out. I'm disgusted by how I have to scroll into page 2 just to see all of my expenses. So in the new year, I will really be taking a closer look at all of these services to make sure they're actually things that we enjoy and are using. Like I'm not mad at like Spanish class, and Eva, if she does something for her business. Our Apple bills are pretty low. That's for all 6 members on our Apple, family to be able to use those services. But, maybe I'm looking at Netflix. I'm side-eyeing Netflix right now because I don't know if we use Netflix like that. Amazon Prime, I'm going to keep because our shipping options are limited here in Hawaii. So, you just got to pay what you got to pay. Plus, it comes with Prime Video, which I love, love, love. And again, these numbers, as we get rid of debt, these numbers are going to go away, and we're going to be giving ourselves built-in raises. So can't wait to see how that goes in the new year. And then the third tab is our paycheck budget. So on a monthly basis, I'll be able to check in here and just do a quick recap before I do my videos. I love this. This is basically, the type of budgeting system that works for me. I need something digital, and then I bring it to pen and paper after. I don't want to keep erasing and messing up my numbers. I want to know that they are spot on. You know what I mean? But that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one, which will be our mortgage update, guys. Don't want to miss it. I'll see you guys then. Until then, peace, love, and budgets.